Hello and welcome to Local Gov Strategy TV. Today I'm joined by Roberts Holmes, who's the Business Development Director of Steria. Welcome, Tim. How can local authorities deliver better services and improved outcomes for their citizens?
I think that there's a whole number of ways. A number of different local authorities are in different places at the moment, but the basic fundamentals of any business are knowing what your customer wants. So as a first sort of plank in a strategy, you need to be engaged with your communities and look at how you engage with your communities and how they engage with you, and whether or not you fully understand their requirements and their expectations. And equally, you need to consider how you're going to manage their expectations, particularly in times of austerity. The second thing I'd say is they probably need to, as local authorities, given the circumstances we're in, understand really what their core mission is, what they have to deliver and what it would be nice to deliver, and get rid of possibly what would be nice to deliver because there simply isn't the money around to do it. That said, I think there's merit in doing some research to look at what citizens would pay for as additional services in the future. Those are just a couple of many sort of points that I would make, but obviously the third one is looking at their own structure. Is their structure fit for purpose for the future? Do they carry too many people? Can they share jobs? Can they share with other councils? Have they cut out all the bureaucracy, the pretty standard sort of stuff that any business should be looking at on an ongoing basis, as the private sector do from month to month? It's come as a bit of a shock to local government, but to be honest, it's probably overdue time to actually look at their businesses and see how efficient and effective they are.
And what can Steria do to support local government in this way?
Well, I think what we can do is, obviously we've got some 40 years of experience of working with local customers and local government customers. We have a significant number of them. There's no sort of panacea solution for everybody. There's no one size fits all. Different sort of customers have different requirements, be it through geography, be it through the mix of citizens they have, be it through where they are at in any transformation program. I think what we can do is bring business acumen to a relationship and look at other ways of doing things. We're very happy to plagiarise good ideas from other sectors, be it financial services, retail, whatever, because we have a large number of customers in those spaces. So we can bring other ideas from other industries to the table. And we can share some of the more successful sort of commercial models that we've got. Obviously, they probably were best known for the joint venture of the Department of Health, which provides back office services to over 150 NHS trusts. It is benchmarked by Hackett in top quartile globally, and is now delivering cash back to NHS trusts. And I mean, I think that's an extremely successful model, and to be honest, I'm surprised that it hasn't been replicated yet.
Okay, can you talk a little more about the models that are emerging to achieve financial and quality gains, but without impacting adversely on frontline services?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think there's a number of different commercial models out there, but I think the element that sort of emerges as a common theme in many of them is more about joint risk and joint reward, and that you and your customer share the risk, but you also share the reward, and you agree the level of profit that a company can make, and then when you exceed that, then it's some way distributed back or shared between yourself and the customer, so that money can be reinvested back into the front line. Indeed, Steria, we've got a number of customers where we use that model, and that's about having a very strong relationship, a strong partnership, and a fully integrated sort of delivery team that actually is focused on getting the right outcomes, both for the customer and for their customers and for the company. It's a true partnership rather than perhaps the old sort of partnership model that was perhaps slightly skewed in favour of the supplier.
So apart from the obvious cost savings that need to be achieved, why is this important at times of austerity?
Well, I think it's about businesses using best practice that's been developed through experience, through gaining the scars, you know, where things have gone wrong, and also the learning from where things have gone right. And I think any organisation constantly looks at itself and evaluates itself to ensure it's delivering the best possible standard of service to its customer. And that's basically about just good business practice and good ethical business practice, which is what we try very hard to achieve at Steria.